Hello Newcastle fans TV, for what a day of sport it has been. Lewis Hamilton wins the British Grand Prix, Andy Murray wins Wimbledon, and Portugal win Euro 2016. Yeah, you better believe it. How many of you thought Portugal would go on and win Euro 2016? Let's have a look at the video which I started at the very beginning of the Euros, of the odds of who would win the tournament, and also who would become top goal scorer. Portugal 18-1. I'm not optimistic with Portugal personally myself. 18-1. They've only got a one-man star team, which is Ronaldo. Apart from that, you're struggling to find your goals. You might say Quaresma or you might say Renato Sanchez, but not for me. Antoine Griezmann 9-1. He's ahead of Giroud. So 9-1 for Antoine Griezmann. He's not a guaranteed starter. He might play on the wing. He could be rotated with Anthony Martial. So it is a risk going for that. So there you have it. Portugal, look at the odds on that. If you've bet on Portugal this tournament, you would have been laughing. Now, when I pulled Portugal out with the sweepstake at work, I was like, oh. But they've just gone and got me 40, 50 quid. So I'm absolutely delighted that Portugal have won it for my personal financial game. And Antoine Griezmann, what a bet on he. If you had him as top goal scorer, 6 goals in the tournament as well. There'll be a separate video on the highs and lows of Euro 2016 after this video as well. So let's get on to the game. So the first 3 minutes, that Payet pings a ball to Antoine Griezmann. He flicks it on, and then Rui Patricio was forced into a save. Ronaldo then received an injury, which he clashed with Payet. It was sort of like a knee-to-knee challenge. Ronaldo went down, and then he tried to get back up, and then he went back down again. He was visibly upset. It looked like he ended, but he come back on the pitch for the field of play, and roughly after about 21 minutes, he was subbed off, and he obviously started crying as he normally does. Don't get me wrong, the man is an outstanding footballer, but as a bloke, he's far too emotional. 33 minutes to Sissoko, who I felt Sissoko was phenomenal in the first half, without a shadow of a doubt, man the match in the first half. He tries a long-range pile driver, which Rui Patricio saves, and they went into half-time, quite dull, 0-0 going into half-time. The second half didn't really pick up a great deal, to be fair. 65th minute, Griezmann, a free header, Antoine Griezmann. He's scored a couple of free headers already in this tournament, but puts it wide, a brilliant cross for Coman, who I have to say was probably France's better player in the second half. He was the driving force. Deschamps brought off Payet, and it was the right decision, I felt, bringing on Coman, because he was pile driving through, he was running through players. But Griezmann puts it wide, a sitter. And then Rui Patricio was forced into like another save again by Giroud, who had a very quiet, disappointing game. Giroud on the left-hand side pings it, and then Rui Patricio saves well after being played in again by Coman. Nani on the 79th minute almost scored when his cross, when it was going over, and Hugo Lloris thought was going to go in. He palms it away, and luckily Portugal didn't follow up on their chances as well. And then Umtiti drives forward as well. He drives forward and passes to Sissoko, who has a drive again from long range, and then Rui Patricio saves it. And then the very last minute, literally the very last minute, I thought France had won it. Big Mac Gignac picks the ball up. He outturns Pepe, who I have to say Pepe was outstanding, phenomenal performance from Pepe. But he turns him inside out. Pepe's on his arse, and then Gignac mishits his shot and hits the inside of the post, and it rolls out and Portugal clear it. Now I'm thinking, oh, how unlucky can you get? But as the game went on, Portugal started to grow into a lot more. And then we're headed in extra time. Quaresma, who's the replacement for Ronaldo earlier on in the game, takes the corner. And then Eder, who's up there for free header, and Hugo Lloris can't hold it. And then France luckily clear. But then Guerrero had a free kick on the edge of the box. Fabulous free kick. Absolutely fabulous. Cannons off the bar. He also had an outstanding game as well. He's just literally left Lorient to go to Borussia Dortmund, so keep an eye out for him. He was an outstanding, he looks brilliant in this tournament. Cannons off the woodwork, Portugal threatening, and then the goal come. The ball was played to Eder, who was a flop at Swansea massively. He picks the ball up, just shrugs Koscielny off, see you later, and then just pings one beautifully from 25 yards, bottom corner. He's going mad, Portugal going mad. And then the hold on, a winner. Portugal have won Euro 2016. Absolutely unbelievable, considering they've only won one game out of 7 in 90 minutes. Yes, they're undefeated. Very, very defensive minded. Brilliantly at the back. Even though they've got a dodgy goalkeeper and Rui Patricio, I still feel he's dodgy. He'll probably get in Team of the Year because Portugal have won it, because they wait for a bit thick in the head. But Portugal, fair enough, and I have to put my hands down and say Ronaldo, when he went off injured, coming up to the extra time, he was on the touchline acting like a manager, and I thought that was fucking brilliant, because I slate Ronaldo as a bloke. I just didn't like him. I think he's all for himself, but he could tell there in the touchline for once Ronaldo was passionate. He's barking orders out. He's shouting at Guerrero. Even Guerrero was injured, and he said, "Get on the pitch, go left midfield." Charisma was playing left back at one point. I think that's what I really like about passionate players. That's what I admire Ronaldo for doing that. So fair enough, Ronaldo. You got my respect there. But Portugal, the celebrations went mad. They lifted the trophy. Unbelievable. Portugal won Euro 2016. Absolutely chaos, that is. So keep an eye out for the highs and lows video as well. I want get over there. I want you to know your thoughts as well on the game tonight or yesterday, depending on when you're watching this. I've been Lee on behalf of Newcastle Fans TV, and I'll see you later.